improvement. So that was pretty nice. Heather's been playing Sword and Shield, trying to beat it, and well, she beat it, but now she's trying to do the DLC. Give me them remaining Pokemons. Scarvio would be fun. Oh, what you're calling it? Like, Scarvio is fun to say, but you could just like do SV, right?
Juniper, we need orders.
This is perfectly fine. We'll defeat them right here.
Oh, I forgot to talk about, man.
Juniper,
What are you?
ask us later. We'll back you up.
Thank you. I'll fight to the best of my ability as well.
SV doesn't look as
Here
cool.
we go.
If you think Scarvio looks cool, you can do it, Heather. Yeah, well,
Always nice to have more friends.
we'll see. Like, she can do it, but like we've got, she has a lot of stuff to do, you know.
Come here. I got something for you. Perfect time.
Hopefully she gets the costume stuff done decently soon, so she can have that off her mind. SV is ambiguous. It could mean Scarlet Vexus, not when it's in context. I haven't heard of Scarvio. No. I finally finished that one Gundam. I just haven't taken pictures of it yet. So, oh, I'm not targeted on him. My brain's gonna be a little fucked right now, because of the vid, and I just used a lot of it in Rocket League. So I'm gonna be a little out of it. You mean it's in Protex? What would be the opposite of context? The opposite of context is no context. No context. But it would be like negative context would be protext. But what would it be?
Guillaume's okay.
God, this is
He's
too
still
loud.
alive.
I gotta turn it
Thank the
down.
flames.
I'm so glad you made it in time.
Oops, I skipped it. I hit buttons.
Again, accept my thanks. We couldn't have done this without you.
There was a pretty
worry
funny
about
thing
it.
going around,
I
because
suppose it's strange of me to talk about the laws of nature when I fear losing my friends.
context, the circumstances that
Not
formed
at
the
all.
setting for an event.
Honestly, that seems like the most natural thing of all.
When you told me that
Okay.
you would release us from the flame clock, I thought that if you really were telling the truth, it
That's
would
what
make life
context is,
easier.
yeah.
But at the same time, I began to hate the fact that I was looking for a way out. Looking up at our clock, seeing the life ebbing away. I'd already accepted my fate.
Yeah, but that's just like no
And letting go of
context.
that status quo, wretched though it was, after so long, I was scared of what might happen.
I feel
if
like
we did.
context is.
Noah, your words at the time seemed so appealing to me. I could not destroy the collective efforts that
I
became
feel like if
colony
there
and
was
everything it represents with my own two hands.
no
but then
context, that
you
doesn't
said
mean
you
it
would
is
destroy it for
protext.
us. We'd be guilt-free. If that isn't appealing, then what is?
You must have been aware of how tragic it is to simply
I don't feel
await
like
death.
protext,
That's
like
why you
no
invited us,
context
isn't
is
it?
the opposite of
Even
protext.
now, I'm not afraid of
Or
dying.
the same as protext, I mean.
But I hated the idea of losing those I hold dear. When I saw my friend lying there, I remembered what you told me, and
I forgot I was playing a
for a
video
brief
game when I was
moment,
supposed to be listening to this.
I felt the grip of fear. I felt so weak and helpless, yet at the same time I didn't want to let go of my dear friend.
Now, do you know how hard it's
So I
been
must have closed myself
having the
off.
vid? Like,
I stopped thinking, closed my eyes, and covered my ears.
one of the days I did like a
Perhaps I was
couple
simply
chores,
waiting for the
and I
inevitable
was
release.
shot. I was
Even
just
so, we have
felt
to
like I was
keep
gonna
thinking.
pass out.
That's right. Even if there are things we'd rather not see, we still need to look.
And breaking out of your shell, scrambling in desperation for a way to escape despair. That's not what I call being weak. You've defended this place for so long. Why? Because you're strong. And once you're no longer shackled by the rules of the flame clock, you can accept
Noah looks like a
different
big dork.
reality. You can become stronger still. I know it.
We can.
You can.
It won't be easy, far from it. But we'll help you.
We can. What?
Juniper, it's your call.
We've made it this far thanks to you.
Yes, I suppose so. If there is a possibility that you can release us from the clock, then
Their eyes are
please.
cute.
And if not, it's not like anything's changed.
Oberon, how do you deal with
Very
long
true.
hair?
If you can't break it, I can live with that too.
Like, this is
Nothing
like
changes
everywhere.
without a reason, without a cause. Perhaps this
Like,
event will
it's
teach you how to
heavy.
see things in a new light.
It's like everywhere.
Here we go!
That is too long. Still though, how do you deal with more hair? Like this, like the hair's here, and then I look and there's hair here, and like here and here.
I see acceptance is actually surprisingly easy when it comes down to it.
I think it probably is, yeah.
I'm sorry if this seems rude, but could I ask another favor of you?
Sure.
I'd like to learn much more of the world, become a stronger individual. To that end, is there any chance I could accompany you?
What do you say, guys?
We could certainly do with someone of Juniper's caliber.
It'd be reassuring to have you on board.
I think whatever way that
Very
they
welcome to
EQ
join.
these voices in this
Is
game,
the colony gonna be okay, though? Can they get on without you?
Colony Town needs to undergo change too. We need to extend our knowledge and grow.
has made Juniper's
So I'd like
voice
you to take me on a trip, somewhere far away, and show me something new.
slightly off.
Journey of discovery, huh? I guess that's another thing we need in order to grow.
I
Might
don't
be an idea
know.
to send some of our younger recruits out too. Could be a good lesson.
It's time to breathe new life into our colony. Let us break free from the chains that once bound us.
I guess I'm still hanging about though.
There's just something
That's all
off
gallivanting about the
with
place.
Juniper's voice, like,
Your consul really doesn't bother to show up, huh?
and I can kind
Even
of hear
after
it
you broke the flame clock, you think they'd know?
in the
That
other
was
people's
why you
voices,
asked
but
me.
they,
Still, we shouldn't rule out the possibility that they'll make trouble for you.
I think
If something
Juniper's voice is
happens, you
slightly
tell us
on, at least for me.
immediately, okay?
I'm talking about on like
Sure, can do.
an
We'll be
audio
counting on you.
recording standpoint.
Well, we don't have all day.
I like
think it's
Juniper's
about time
voice.
we made tracks, no?
I don't,
You're right.
not like a
Time to
lot,
move then.
but like I like it.
Well then, everyone,
Ah, don't worry
But it's
about
in
us.
like
You know we can handle ourselves.
their
We'll prove that Colony Tau can be so much more.
their
Yes.
breathiness.
I'm sure it will be.
I
Off
don't
we
know
go
how to
then.
describe it.
Get
I don't know the words for it, but when they go
Colony's
like,
staying right here, waiting for your return.
it sounds like whatever filter they've put it through or something makes that sound a little staticky, I guess you could say. Could be just me, but like that's what it sounds like.
It's a pleasure.
It's like they EQ'd it so it didn't that like it's like it's not like too high pitched or something at that like I don't know, fucking a low pass filter. I don't know, man. something's weird about it on an audio recording standpoint. That's at least my semi-audio file ears saying that. Does that make me an expert? No, that makes me a freak. I think mine is armpit length. It's my gothness. I only put it up on network. How do you deal with that though?
I hope everyone's getting along.
Like part of me is like, oh cool, my hair. If my hair was longer, I could do more stuff with it. But I'm like, but then it's annoying too. Like it's just everywhere. It's places I don't necessarily want it to be. I thought his name was Golem. I don't think it's recorded. I think Juniper is actually speaking right now. Not with that audio quality. Or just their voices aren't like super high audio quality necessarily, and for
Got some useful intel out of that.
space reasons, and they fucking. It's like 128 or something. Also, you can grind the ropes. Yeah. There's lots of ropes. There's lots of ropey dopes. Rope-a-dope-a-dopes. Wait, are they on my team right now? They are.
My stomach's growling.
To me, it's a length thing. I can have it to the middle of my back. Beyond that, it's a nightmare. My hair length right
Can we get a
now,
bite to eat, please?
my actual hair length, I think, is the longest it's ever been in my life. And it's really poking me in the eyeballs. Oh yeah, let me just steal from their farm. Give me lettuce. Yeah, give me it. Monster mango. I love mango. Oh, so you can now grind Jupiter.
Can we maybe train?
Juniper. I keep saying Juniper and thinking Jupiter. My dog. Like right now, just dealing with washing my hair is a little bit more of a hassle. Longest my hair ever was is I used to grow it down to my chin. Really bad when it was eyeball poking
Oh,
line.
good.
Once it gets past that, it's fine.
I volunteer for taste tester.
Everyone got
It's
their strength back?
I don't know how I feel about it. Oh, I should listen or do the
I've already got food on the brain.
discuss.
We should talk about this.
Colony Tower doesn't have any off-seers, does it? No, we return our dead to the earth. Wow. Weird thing to do. Never heard of anyone doing that. Yeah, that's weird. Who grows up in the forest goes back to the forest, and until that time comes, a peaceful resting place awaits you. They don't have to turn people into sparkles? I'm from Agnes, and even I've never heard of this custom. I suppose it's deeply rooted in Colony Tao's culture. How long has this culture been around? How long has this colony been around? It is, which is why the concept of sending off isn't something we've ever had to consider. But if you did have an officer in the past, from what I've heard, question mark? In the past, yes, but he was killed in combat with Kevis. Were you there, Juniper? I was. He drew enemy fire with the rear guard. I would not have escaped were it not for his sacrifice. Well, that's depressing. What did your officer usually do, given that he wouldn't be offsing? Tilled the fields mostly. As I said, we didn't really need offseers. Still depressing. Actually, could I ask you to send off our offseer? Of course, if that's what you want. If there's a place we return to, then surely there are avenues other than the earth to reach it. That's what I've come to believe anyway. You know, if there's really is some peaceful place waiting somewhere. That's a lovely thought. Am I reading this right? Do you know where the officer is? We'll go there straight away. Thanks, I'll take you. When it was eyeball poking length for me, I got my eyeball scratched by my hair several times. It really, really hurts. I was in college and couldn't go to class because I was in so much pain. It depends on how deep scratches are, but I literally have just an eyeball condition where the top layer of my skin of my eyeball just rips. So, really easily. They'll probably make it do that, and which sucks, but like,
And today's story is...
I just deal with it. Thanks for that visceral description. You're welcome. Anterior basement membrane dystrophy, it's called. Hey, I think we've gotten pretty good at using the rope slides. I don't really want to talk about rope slides yet. Don't care.
Group chat first, right?
You have a lot of conditions. Yeah, I mean that one's not that bad though. That's just kind of like I got sensitive eyeball skin. And I went to the guy and said, why is it sometimes when I rub my eyeball for like a day or two afterwards, my eye's in extreme pain and it's hard to open it, and it feels like when I blink, sometimes I'll blink a few times and then, or I'll like, it's probably going to be a gross description, but I'll like lift up my eyelid, move my eyeball around a little bit, and then set my eyelid back down onto it, and it'll feel better for a little bit. And like, but there's nothing in my eyeball, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, here you go. I know exactly what's going on. How do these things sound?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." He's like, "Yep. No, you got this thing." And just the outer, the skin on your eyeball is really thin and sensitive, but like for some people, it doesn't connect very well, and so it just can kind of rip easily. And then it hurts a lot. And then I just used eye drops to lube up my eyeball, and we're good. They chose to not turn people into sparkles. Do they just decay then? Do they say? Everyone in Colony Tau is out gathering food, right? Right, food stocks are pretty tight at this time of year. Is it really that rough? Could have fooled me. We're not exactly destitute. It's more about our relationship with our neighbors. What do you mean by that? We always give it a bit to the Turkins around this time of year. Oh yeah, those are those like enemies. It keeps things sweet between us. We've got something of an alliance going on. That's different. There's this one Turkin they call the Turking. Would you like to go and meet him? Sounds fun, I'm game. First, I have to talk to Roland about the food situation. The way that Juniper talks is kind of cute, though. I don't know.
We should talk about this.
So is harvest time a big deal for you lot? Your lot? It is. Yes, we grow virtually all our own food in the colony. We can't sustain ourselves on hunting alone, you know. What's the harvest festival all about then? Nothing special, just a harvest, really. We have a lot of crops to bring in at this time of year. The only problem is we're a bit short-handed this year. People are braced for hard work. Can it be of any use? It's just harvesting, right? I can do harvesting. Would you? It would delay your journey. This is the part where you just thank us graciously, move on. Yumi's right. Okay then, thank you. I'd be grateful for your help. Alright, let's go harvesting. Everyone will be waiting by the entrance of Colony Tower. Cool. I rub my eyeball with jalapeno traces on my hand. It hurt more than scratching my eye, but not for that long. Yeah, I've done that. Yeah, I would say it's not as long. I have very sensitive eyeballs in general, though. Like, I can't wear contacts because my eye thinks that it's like it has a rock in its eye, or like a foreign object in there, which it does. But what your eyeball does to foreign objects in it to protect itself is it secretes mucus, and the mucus surrounds the foreign object. So it'll do that to a contact in my eye, which I don't. People think it sounds gross or whatever, but the problem is you just can't see anymore. Like it just becomes this goopy mess, and it's like trying to look through fucking soap, like hand sanitizer or something. The thing is the washing of the hair. I take about 20 minutes. Yeah, that doesn't sound fun. Mine's decently quick, and I don't have to brush my hair. Roland, how are the food supplies looking? If it's all there, I'll run it over. No, we're not done yet. The truth is, we just don't have enough. I don't think the colony is really in a position to be sharing right now. I see. Honestly, though, I'm more upset about the prospect of losing my grub to those feather brains. Ha 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 ha. Huh? It's such a long-standing tradition. I guess we've got to keep it up. I'd rather avoid forcing people to hand food over if it's all possible. Will that be okay? You've kept this up because it was tradition. If it's giving the colony a hard time, we might have to end it. I'm fine either way. Your decision, Juniper. If you want to keep this Turkin alliance up, then we'll need a hand raising the supplies. I'm looking for green nectarines, Turkin grass, shiny roses, and glare aubergines. 50 of each, if you please. They like it fresh, too, so keep their perishability in mind when you decide what to forage first. If you want to end the alliance, you better go talk to the Turkins directly. Makes sense, I'll give it some thought. As I said, it's your decision. I've got some food stocked up in here. Remember, so don't hesitate.
All right. Now
Whatever.
to gather the offerings.
The colony holds some deeply alien customs.
Bunch of freaks. That seems like a hair too long. Oh, the infamous Turkin quest. Okay, you gotta have to make a choice for the Turkin quest. It's mostly a moral choice. The right choice is more work. It changes how some later events play out, but it doesn't change rewards. Does it limit my ability to play the game at all to do the fast thing? It's just an asshole choice. Yeah, but I got places to be. I'm the savior of the world or whatever. As a colony, we're mostly self-sufficient, so we need arable land, enabling you to grow your own food without having to forage. Good thinking. Juniper, oh, you've brought friends. We've come to help with the harvest. Do you need a hand with anything? Oh, are you serious? Yes, sure. There's plenty of work going around. Or whatever. Glory, don't just... I'd accept a Turkin's help right now, so they're in. Wow, I thought we liked the Turkins. Carson and Glory are in charge of deciding the work of the fields. It's better for me to be nearby given the injuries coming in. Injuries? Who'd have thought farming could be so dangerous? Don't be dense. There's always danger in the forest. So how about it? Still willing? Of course. Just tell us what you need from us. Oops. Spud Patrol got it. Thanks. Shouldn't take long if you all pitch in.
Let's dig up
I honestly did the right choice, so I can't say firsthand, but I read online there's no tangible punishment. Yeah, I mean, I don't really care what's right or wrong. I just want what's short and what's not going to lock me out of stuff. I might dye my hair a bright color one of these days. Like, Oberon had requested. I won't necessarily maintain it, but I might do it. Since my hair is now black. I think I'm pretty good at this. You just put a thing in a sack. Yeah, you're good at moving objects. You can't promise me. Oh, you read online. Yeah, whatever. I'll just do it. Like, I don't want partway through the game they're just like, oh, the Turkins were gonna give you a Gundam, but like, you didn't give them their potatoes or whatever. Hey, we're done with the harvest. What's going on? Shh, quiet. They'll see you. You want to elaborate for us, love? The monsters, they have their greedy eyes on our spuds. I got my eyes on your spuds, too. They're coming this way. This happens every single time. The amount of collateral damage they've caused, I swear. Oops. We'd usually muster the whole colony to drive them off, but this year we're short of people, so what do we do? Remember what Uni said. Just thank us graciously. No need to stand to give us a ceremony. Whatever. Oh, right. Yeah, sure. It looks like Juniper has a symbol by their name. And because of that blue thing, or green thing. You'll be there too, Juniper, of course. Now let's clear the monsters out. Sounds like a plan. Juniper's a mod, yeah. Oh, enjoy your bourbon. They want a lot of things. The Turkin want 50 of each item they asked for. The NPCs will give you 30 of each if you ask around, but you still got to gather 20. I'm going to pretend like I understand that.
Shall we deal with this?
I can't deal with anything too complex right now. I've been having to make a rapid JSON deserializer at work. And that's been quite the hassle. I'm gonna beat up these cute sheep. I really love it when they launch in the air and speed. Help up. Oh, here you go. I've been playing idle games or clicker games in my free time. Like Cookie Clicker. Oh, penguins now? And then there's one called Egg Inc. that's been on the Google store for quite a while. Egg Incorporated. And it's silly. They're really nice to just log into for like a minute. See that you have big number, click a few things, and then log out again. Number get bigger. Oh no, I died. If only there was somebody here that could have healed me.
Enemies broken away from me. I see you. I got something for you. Appreciate it. Overfall. Good work. How? Are you ready, Uni? Don't push yourself. Spirit Reaper. Nothing shall let me know. I need you, Mia.
Touch number get bigger, yeah. Yeah, whenever I touch a number, I get bigger.
Strength to protect my friends.
We just leveled up from that bullshit. Carson. We took care of the monsters in the vicinity. Glad to hear it. We wouldn't have been able to manage it so elegantly on our own. We can't just let them make off with your treasured taters. Now can we? You've got that right. We put our blood, sweat, and tears into growing those little spuds. Is that healthy? You have to cook that blood out of it. Gloria and the others aren't technically in charge of the fields, but they help out. You know, I like my. They always ask me how I'd like my potatoes cooked, and I was like, I like them still bleeding. And they say, what? When I see them all working so hard, the thought of those monsters stealing our hard-earned crops makes me fume. I bet no one likes being robbed. There's no need to stress over it. If you overthink everything like Carson here, any loss would be a big shock. Hey, come on now. Anyway, the monsters are out of the picture. As far as I'm concerned, that's a win. You're right. Roland will be pleased to stock up on more monster meat, too. He's such a greedy guts. I'd rather he sharpen his sense of danger a bit more. If he wants to eat, he has to work hard. But isn't that the exact opposite of yes? Ugh, never mind. Blood is full of protein, iron, and vitamin D. These nuts. Gotti. Cough. Anyway, thank you very much for your help. Better change the subject. Leave it. We've harvested the potatoes, and there's no harm done. That's the important thing here. True that. All that's left is to eat the fruits or veg of our labors. We'll let you know when the grub's up. The grub is up. What? Forest living, new topic.
Everyone's getting along.
Yeah, but let me tell you about the COVID timeline here. So like, these nuts are full of protein, but not iron or vitamin D. They're definitely alkalinic. I guess semen's alkalinic. I don't know what the flavor of sperm would be. If it even has a flavor? Does it have a flavor? I don't know.
Here we go.
I don't know if anyone's just like eaten straight sperm before without the semen.
Okay, buddy. Surprise me.
Say, isn't this valuable?
Funny finding one here, huh? Good thing we found this.
But yeah, no, the timeline goes. Shadow gets COVID. She tests positive. I start staying home. After a couple days, Heather and I are like, I'm feeling something. Everything I'm finding, searching for the taste of spur, just talk, yeah.
Whoa, check this place out.
Yeah, I did some research on semen tasting because as somebody who is potentially getting into positions where another human being is going to consume I would like the experience for them to be not as bad, more bearable. And I looked into it, and yeah, there's stuff that you can do. Pineapple, right? Very acidic-y, sweet fruit. Because your semen is very alkaline. And it's alkaline because vaginas
Hey now, what's that? I think we could slide down that
are
thing.
acidic. And so in order for them, it's better for them to survive in that environment if it's if they are in an alkaline bath for whatever reason. Oh, I don't want that. And so yeah, you can have very acidic
Hey, I think we could slide down that
sweet
thing.
fruit, and that would make things better. Things that would make things worse. Bye, Noah. See ya. Bye. Oh.
Here
Things to certainly avoid. Asparagus, especially if you're somebody who converts asparagus into bad smell. Just vegetables in general, meat, pretty much anything that's not fruit. There you go.
We fought Kavesi here. Many of my friends.
There's
fell.
my tip to you.
What's that?
It's not that kind of
Looks
tip.
like we can go on from here.
Semen tasting, is that like wine tasting? It kind of is. I once saw a hentai a long time ago, and it's still stuck in my brain. I mean, I knew all that. Sure. Some people don't. But the thing is like, I've heard people talk about eat pineapple, eat whatever, but I don't believe people, so I do my own research. I figure most people who are sexually active knew that. Yeah, but do they know it to that extent? And did they do their own research, or did they just hear people say that? Right? That's like there's sexually active people that think that like there's no chance of getting pregnant if you have anal sex. There technically is. There's stuff like that, right? There's like do research, look into stuff. And I don't know if a lot of people know that semen is alkaline too. Yeah, that's a conversation I come back to. Come. Plenty of knowledge is taught. You don't need to research everything. You can easily test and prove that the diet affects the taste of that. A long-term partner can easily identify that. Right. We don't necessarily plan things out like that, though. And we were going to in advance rather than doing experiments. But also, yeah, knowledge is taught. But the people who are teaching this aren't necessarily teachers or would be considered, I would consider an expert in any subject of the field. So it's I heard about this, let me go and verify the actual information. But also, like, when people say the pineapple thing, I go, okay, cool. They don't explain why. And then I go, but is there better things to do? But also, everyone I knew in high school was looking up sex tips. Yeah, that wasn't happening in my high school. There are people saying sex things. But I'm not going to remember or acknowledge information from a high school student on tips for sex. That's You know what I mean? Like, no, I mean, like, if you were in high school and somebody, like, was like, hey, I looked this thing up, pineapple totally, dude. And I'd be like, in high school, I'd be like, yeah, I'm not going to listen to you. You're a high school student. You're my age. Yes, the battle is around here. We were outnumbered. We managed to hold our own at first, leveraging our advantages, but you can't argue with numbers in the end. They shared the actual links and shit. That never happened. No one did that where I was. At all. that was not happening. The rear guard's actions saved so many of us, even so. There's no way out once you've been cornered in a place like this. Yeah, my high school, that was entirely like word of mouth. There was no website shenanigans like that. The websites that were shared were like, here's Project 64. Here's how I got it onto the lab computer. Here's how you set up Quake. Those were the links. You guys were nerds? Yeah. No one shared sex crap like that. Looks like the monsters have made themselves at home here now. We can't do any sending off like this. Let's get rid of them before they're a problem. Yes, of course, that sounds good. Come on, where's your energy? Close up their arses. Let me hear you say it. Or let's smack their behinds. Sexy Juniper, sexy. Close enough, let's go. I doubt a single person in high school aside from me knew what Project 64 was. Oh, it was great, man. There was many weeks where in our tech class where we had to do like SolidWorks stuff. Since all the computers' screens were facing this way, right? And the teacher was that way. You could just sit in the back row and you just see so many people playing Smash Bros at like 15 FPS. Man, those were the days. My school had a graduating class like 67. Yeah, it's not a lot. Our graduating class was like 200. Something like that. I think we should be able to send them now. Maybe more than that. I don't know. There's so many monsters here, I wouldn't have been able to clear them out without your help. Thank you. I have a shirt with everyone's name on it in my graduating class. I don't know. Okay, let's begin. Talking about my COVID timeline, though. Yeah, I felt...
Give them a peaceful sleep.
I started feeling a little, like,
For sure.
thing in my throat. You know, like a little bad in my throat. And I was like, oh, this isn't good. And I coughed a couple of times. And it kind of felt like allergies. But I was like, I don't know. And yeah, I got fucking slammed. And I was sleeping a lot. But the problem is I had trouble sleeping because my throat was so tickly from all the goop and crap that my body was making. And it was like eroding my throat away and irritating it. And so I had to just, you know, I'd wake up every like couple hours with a tickly throat. And I had to shove another cough drop into like the corner of my mouth so I wouldn't swallow it when I was sleeping, and just lay there almost vertical because for some reason my body also decided to have the worst acid reflux I've ever had in my life, so I was making my throat even more irritated. And so I was just having so much trouble sleeping for the first like couple nights. And yeah, it's been lots of coughing. But I've had a goopy cough. Most people apparently have dry coughs, but I think my body just likes being goopy. Ladies. So that light was you. We thought it might have been a sending off. It looks so soft and gentle. Yeah, they can all rest easy now. Yeah, we did just take their corpse and chuck it in a hole. The old commander died here too. Oh god, and there's hair getting in my mouth. My theoretical fake own hair is getting in my mouth. How did? Oh, the commander died here too. It was where he fell. Oh really? He was the first to fall. He's the one who promoted Juniper and ensured our new commander's escape. He was so strong and kind, I idolized him. He was always thinking of the colony. He hoped Juniper would get to safety and fought to the bitter end. I'm really trying to eagle eye when they're going to use the they, them pronouns, and I don't think I've seen that yet. They keep referring to Juniper as Juniper, which is kind of interesting. Yeah, it seems like they're avoiding pronouns, which I don't care. I'm just seeing how Nintendo's handling this. So he promoted you to the commander, but given the circumstances, I can see why. For it being unusual. Yes, you can carry on his legacy. I think that's a wonderful thing. Our officer at the time understood how he operated. He worked hard to make himself useful. He was very gentle, that officer, much like Graziana in that respect. Ah, arrivederci, Graziana. Did you just call me gentle? And cardamine may be rough around the edges. Isn't that like a herb or something? But he takes his duty seriously, just like the old commander. We all inherited something of the commander, the whole colony of Tao. We could see him in your strength and kindness too, Juniper. That's why he named you his successor. Fought so hard to protect the colony you'd inherit. Oh, she's got little cute horns, I think. Yes, I suppose you're right. Yeah, that's interesting. After meeting Noah and the others, I see there's still so much more we could change. We have to look for new trails to blaze instead of stagnating as we are. We'll help you as much as we can, too. Whatever choice you take, Commander, we'll follow. We'll believe in you. That's good to hear. Thank you. We'll have to band together to build a new town. We'll make our late friends proud. Yeah, no, and I slept a lot. Quite a lot. Just way too much sleeping.
Always nice to have more friends.
Waking up, doing stuff for like an hour, and falling back asleep for a while. Voice kind of comes and goes. I haven't talked. I've tried to avoid talking as much as possible the last week.
I hope everyone's getting along.
As you can hear, I'm still kind of shitty.
This looks climbable.
My nose has been running more than usual today, specifically. I don't know why. Like I said, my taste, like, let me taste this Mountain Dew and actually try to analyze it. Alkaline. I think I had pineapple yesterday. Wait a minute. No, I don't know, man. Like I said earlier, like my taste kind of comes and goes. From my allergies and my nose being, because my nose will like inflame randomly, and that really fucks my sense of flavor. Because flavor is mostly
I've
nose.
never traveled so far from my colony before.
You'll do just
My
fine.
olfactories are just not working.
We'll be done in a blink.
Try not to waste
I want to make a joke about your nose running and needed to catch it, but I feel bad for you. It's fine. Runny nose, honestly, the runny nose part is not the worst. The worst part is coughing. Like my bronchioles at some point and my diaphragm were so sore from coughing so much. That coughing hurt so bad in my bronchioles and my gut. I haven't been digesting food properly. We'll just leave that at that. The acid reflux was absolute torture because it just kept feeling like I'm, it's severe heartburn, but also it was very, very severe heartburn, and I had to like try to sleep sitting upright.
I'm reading another ethosphere.
Those were all. That was all the worst part. My bronchioles feel pretty good today. Sleeping most of the time also sucks. Because when you think about life and how much time we have left on this planet, spending that time sleeping is not how I would like to spend it. I know it sounds like I'm gonna like die soon or something, but like I just want to do other things other than sleep. Sleeping's great. But can I please consume media of some sort? Maybe do some vector arts? That's what I've been doing lately is vector arts. Just about completed Hisuian Zorua. And I'm almost done with Hisuian Zoroark. But god dang, that was taking me forever. Because the amount of twists and turns in its hair, that ends up taking a long time for Zoroark, for vector art. The more perimeter of a shape in vector art, the longer it takes. Might not be the best area to go right now. And the more complex that perimeter is, like with curves and stuff like that. Tutorial stream. I wouldn't mind doing vector art on stream, honestly. It's not that interesting. It's literally taking somebody else's work and then modifying it, so it's like... It's not as cool of an art form as making something from scratch. But, you know, but there's still some artism to it. So Zoroark is my favorite Zoroark. Yeah, mine too, yeah. I also finished Hisuian Sneasel and Sneasler. I'm getting down the list. What's your second favorite Zoroark? Zoroark. Look at that. Into the Beyond. Does the dot mean that's where it starts, or does that mean that's where it ends? Unnovan? It's not called Unnovan, it's just called Zoroark. Oh, you're saying Unnovan is your third. Anything beyond Zoroark is my third. I don't have a preference. I think the dot's where it starts. Yeah, because right here. I missed the third part and got confused and then realized the joke and then went, oh. Where's that one? Is this the one that has the zip line? I don't know, we'll go here. I really have to actually try to get the starters from Hisui to look cool. Because let me tell you, the main official artwork of Typhlosion, Hisuian Typhlosion, looks real lame. Like, just real boring and shitty. You can see the zipline on the map. Colony 4. What's Colony 4? Ah. Eism. You like how it looks. Its art isn't great. Yeah, so I'm gonna just... So what I do is I try to... If the art looks like real boring, I actually look for card art. And I think I found a good card art. For Sneasler, I used its card art because I thought its regular art was real boring. Like, I looked... Like, I mean, a lot of the regular arts look really boring, and the whole point of my vector art is to kind of make it exciting in a slightly different way, I guess you could say. Like, it turns it minimal, but it like highlights some shapes and makes it look cool. Bye, everybody. Just fucking murdered. Here they go. Oh, it feels good. So yeah, Sneasler was like really boring, and I kind of looked at it and went, if I wanted to make the claws stand out, which is a very good feature of Sneasler, the claws are just, it's in a Just like a hey, what's up kind of position, which is really boring. So I looked at some of the card art and went, no, this is a good one. I'm just gonna release them all at once. I say release as if like I'm a big deal or something, but I'll show people once I'm done with all of them. I like Sneeze the crazy long legs. Yeah, I like its long legs, but if you want to put that in a vector art, like I would just end up making the entire thing at that point, and that's kind of boring, so I didn't want to put that in there. It's Side Pony, and it's Manny. It's Manicure? Look at all this bullshit going on over here. Let's go check it out. It looks like a mean girl cheerleader. I don't know the mean girls. Yeah, but I mean, the thing is, if I show people how I do this vector art, then other people would be able to do it too, and I won't feel special anymore. So I gotta keep it. I can't have a tutorial stream. I gotta keep it close to the hip, right? That's what they say.
Say, over there.
I gotta put a leash around its neck and then tie it to my back fence. Oh, okay. Good noodle, Shad. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow, probably. Oh, it's Stinky over there. That's. Oh, Mio and Noah died. That's fine. So do Uni. Guys. Ugh. Oh, sick.
This goes here, that goes there.
Okay. Of course.
I feel like I'm very susceptible to like jump scares, like things startling me, so I was very happy that that noise wasn't very loud. Oh, hi buddy. Hi.
Wow.
A lot of dead people.
And
So yeah, I finished that Gundam. I want to take pictures of it. It looks really cool. Oberon, did you vote for my next model kit in the Discord? Last I checked, it was tied.
device. This goes here, that goes there.
I tried to reduce the amount of tying
Okay.
with having less options, but less people voted.
Of course.
It's also been quite a while. But that model kit, for one, took me a bit longer because it was an MG Verka. But also because I got sick 3 times while making it. I didn't vote. I'm trying to stay out. Why are you trying to stay off your phone? How are you supposed to play Egg Incorporated if you can't be on your phone?
Noah, would you mind?
I need your opinion on it, though. You have a diverse...
Well, we've been found.
I feel like you have a diverse set of opinions compared to... Well, I shouldn't say compared to other people. I think everyone that's voted has a diverse set of opinions, but like... You're different than they are, too. At work, phone usage has to be at a minimum. Are you working right now? This hair also seems to like isolate outside noise even more. I'm special. Yeah. You don't even know where your phone is. That's not good. Well, when you get a chance, vote for it. I'm not even gonna take the vote into consideration until I get done with my vector arts, probably. Or if I want to break from the vector arts.
If only you didn't charge off on your own.
Time for glorious HD. Now we can make
Or just do it on PC. Go to discord.com/... Actually, that's... that's all you do, actually, and then you log in. Where the fuck am I? Oh, fancy. Wait. We've already been down here. I guess this is the alternate. I'm confused. I'm gonna go back upstairs. Which section is it? General.
There's Tom. If we want to live, we've got to fight. If they want to fight, I won't go easy. Stormy
The song's so good. It's too bad this enemy's gonna die real quick. So while I still remember it though, so talking about the Elon Musk thing, someone pointed out that Elon Musk has probably had more voted. Thank you. What'd you vote for? Whatever you voted for, I'm going for that one. No, oh, there you go. That was a good one. That I think is the oldest one that I own out of all those two. Phantasy Star one. Sounds cool. That's the one I'll probably go with then. Mainly because you're the tiebreaker. But yeah, people were saying that Elon has had more gender-affirming surgeries than a lot of trans people have had. And I kind of started to think about it, and they made a good point. Well, not like surgeries necessarily, but like medical crap. I don't know if they were surgeries, but what is this? I think he's had. I thought they said he had a plastic surgery, but he definitely has had hair
Something so valuable.
regrowth
Would you mind?
stuff done. And a lot of the reason behind that is some people feel like their masculinity is gone and their attractiveness is gone and they don't feel comfortable in their own skin. Which is the same exact reason why people get
Decent, right?
gender affirming surgeries or whatever.
Another thing to see it for yourself, eh?
And people getting plastic surgeries, like women getting plastic surgeries on their face, maybe like Botox injections and shit like that, to like make their lips bigger or whatever the fuck that's for. I don't. Oh, was this guy supposed to like come and spook me and attack me for taking this treasure? A lot of people get that stuff because they want to look more, you know, feminine and be attractive to whoever they want to be attractive to. So it's kind of funny because Elon, I think the other day was, I heard them say this on Twitter. So this is not, I didn't actually see it myself, but Elon was like making some sort of trans comment. And because right now he's this big like right-wing hero or whatever. The right wings, their favorite thing right now is to hate trans people. One of their favorite things, or just, you know, and this has been for a while, but pronouns. They always make the stupid pronoun comment. He had hair implants. The dude was bald. Oh, that's true. Yeah, he was bald when he was like 20. Now people were saying that, oh, well, being bald is manly, though. Like, it's male pattern baldness. It's all about being part of being a male. It's like, yeah, but society thinks you're a freak for it. And it kind of emasculates you when you don't have a full head of hair. Right? So... And there were so many people in the comments that were like, oh, well, you're just saying that if what you're saying is true, then gender would just be then like a social construct where it's just what the society you live in determines what your gender is like. And people were like, yeah, you're getting it. You're finally getting it. Yeah, that's gender identity. That's the entire thing. And then they would be like, no. It's like these... Oh, God. It's like these people who don't understand...
Okay, buddy. Surprise me.
Gender identity and are like people who have fought against its existence for a long time are now like making the argument for it basically, and like defining it for people, and everyone's like, yeah. It was pretty funny. But yeah, there's that other zip line. There's no zip lines here as far as I can tell. But this one. That one is interesting. So yeah, people, like, I never thought of that before that. Oh, shit. Yeah, a lot of reason for this cosmetic stuff, too, is, like, people not being comfortable in their own skin, which is literally the same exact thing as you know, transition treatments and stuff like that. It's just the main difference, right, is the fact that people with these transition treatments, they're usually feeling so uncomfortable in their own skin
Hey, get a load of this.
that it's
We should be able to climb up with that.
that it's like dramatically affecting their quality of life, basically. So, but still, it takes a lot of discomfort for somebody to want to spend thousands of dollars on a painful surgical modification for something so superficial.
Yippee!
They would have to feel, you know, really terrible in their own skin to go that far. At least
Whoa!
I would. Like, I don't want to go into surgery and get parts of me
Okay, buddy. Surprise me.
manipulated with scalpels, unless it's unless I feel real bad. But what's really bothering me right now in this whole zone is this. Where's the other end from the zip line? Where does it go? Where to go? I like all my parts. I could lose 60 pounds. I could use a bike for that. Yeah, man. God, that sucks. I was getting into the workout routine again, and then I got sick. And I'm like, fucking... I just got the rhythm and the flow. I guess we'll go over there. I thought we got a thingy. Guess not. This map is giving me a headache. What about it? There's just too much? I took some Advil, so I'm invincible right now. I cannot be vinced. Ark, I heard that you want to trans surgery the children, and I need to boycott. Yo. Just the boys, though, right? You just want to caught the boys. Oh, there was a message about this flower or something. I don't know. I don't care. How goes it, Ark?
If we slid along that.
Just the ones we're concerned about for now. Good old God-fearing boys. Those are the ones you want to caught. I don't like caught.
What's that?
Quite a rare sight.
I don't like this anymore.
Oh, looks like we can go on from here.
Caught or caught? No, it's two T's. I don't know what it means, but I don't want to know what it
Is
means.
there a good use for that?
I have the vowel merger, where both of these words are the same vowel for me. Is that like an update to vowels? Isn't that how you say both words? They're both homophones, right? Or do people say the second one different sometimes? Cow? Yo. Well, what the snuff? Where'd this come from? That was rad. Okay. Careful, here it comes. Imminent illusion. Can we have like a fight where... Can maybe they explain themselves a little bit more? Like, say, like one voice line. Like, or text box.
Come here. I got something for
Why couldn't it be like... Halt.
you. Get away. Give it up.
Instead, it was just like, hello. Can you say that? It just appeared. It was like, mech. Well, fight time.
No one gets in my way. Just one.
Some people use different vowels for caught and caught.
No escape.
Coffee? Quat?
I'll show you.
No escape.
Quat. Quat. It's like K... KWA. Quat. Quat. I don't know. If only I could speak. Wait. I was about to say, if only I could speak an IPA. I was like, wait, I do. I wish I could say the letters that the IPA like and pronounce the letters. Open O. Cool. Is that one? What? I guess that would be one thing, huh? Yeah, that thing. Is that called an open O? It disappeared. What just happened? Robot. It's likely we're being pursued, but I've never seen a Lemnis like that before. Could it be a new model? New model kit just dropped. I don't think we'll get very far just theorizing about it. Let's hurry on ahead. Fair enough, but we should stay on our toes unless we leave the woodland. Until we leave the woodland at least. Are we going to wear high heels from now on? Stay on our toes?
Pan and into the fire.
Kevez and Agnes are both fully mobilized. We'll have to pick them off one at a time.
I think we're fine.
Sweet. Let's poke around.
We need some jiggery pokery. Man, jiggery pokery sounds offensive. Like that word. Oh, enjoy your bird.
Good thing we found this.
You know what other word for very similar reasons makes me feel uncomfortable? Niggle. For very obvious reasons. I understand that word exists. I know what it means. I have eliminated it from my vocab because I don't want to. I don't want anything to do with that word. That word's asking for trouble. You pronounce both. Yeah, I mean, I obviously pronounce both. Caught.
Something so valuable here.
That's interesting, though. Just like a colander.
Looks like a pretty rare specimen.
Heather, like, when she moved here and she asked for, I think she said, like, colander or something like that, or like, and I was like, what the fuck? What do you need? And then I looked it up, and yeah, people pronounce it that way. I don't know if it's colander or how she pronounced it, but she pronounced it in a different way. Taboo speech is stored in the part of the brain distinct from usual language center. Yeah, for sure. That's why people cuss. And that's why it feels good. But that's also why my brain, whenever somebody says, like, give me a word that starts in blank, right? My brain usually goes to a taboo word first. And so when somebody says, when there's like some sort of thing, we're thinking of a word that starts with an N, my brain immediately goes to the bad one. And, you know, when these situations happen, you just want to say the first thing that comes to mind for comedy purposes, goofy purposes, whatever. But I have to stop myself very quickly from blurting out the super bad word. That's kind of a reason why I don't like that word is banned from saying in all contexts, because that's silly. Because it's very obvious you're not meaning to use it in a racist manner. But whatever. That's a conversation I've had tons of times. Taboo speech is the closest thing we have to magic words. Want to feel less pain? Just use some taboo speech. Yeah. What about when you're totally fine with using taboo words, and then having an instance where you hurt yourself or something, and your brain, instead of using the taboo word, you intentionally use the less taboo form of it? Is that because you're trying to be comedic and lighten the mood? Not all contexts, but you don't know who's going to listen. Well, yeah, that's what I mean. Like, because you don't know who's going to listen and when, it's a big problem. Joining linguistics class, all sorts of words are said, but the context is mutually understood. That's good. Everyone is emergency. Poop. Mañana. Mañana cannot. Poop? You're a chef. You should know what you need to do for that. Mañana cannot go on like this one extra step. We have been walking since Colony Tower, I suppose. If we can find a good place, we'll set up camp, okay? Man, plan need more dinner. You can be strong a little longer, can't you, huh? Just a little? Fine. But Mañana, very, very starving today. We need to make dinner soon, and everyone must help cook. Sure, we'll all be happy to chip in, right, guys? Everyone is emergency belongs on a t-shirt, yeah.
I'm curious to see what tactics you have in place surrounded by so much nature.
What say we go hunting together? I'm
Bad.
pretty well versed in that.
Like, broken speech is one of my favorite things on the planet. Like, bad English is, I don't know, it's entertaining, it's cute, it's fun. It's fun to say, it's fun to whatever, it's great. Do I think people are stupid for not understanding English or saying English right? No. I think some people are stupid if you're like my coworker who has lived and grown up in America since they were born with not first generation, second generation, their X generation. Their family is native English. He does have autism, but he's been made aware of his bad English in professional emails, has been given pointers on how to improve and how to use spell check. But he cannot, and still does not, use those resources to improve his language in professional emails. That's when I think people are stupid. Welcome back, Oberon. I came back to autism. That's also a phrase. That is a phrase.
Yeah, you can't always give 100%.
I feel like that some days. Chapter 4. Oh wow, I haven't manually saved in a long time. It's not on the level of a disorder like my brother, but still send help. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's a spectrum, right? And I probably have autistic tendencies, like my inability to socially understand people very well. But I am no psychologist, so take what I said to have zero official validation. Just know that I am socially inept, and that's where I need help. I can talk to this text on the screen all day, but human being come up to me, say dumb thing, and I just... Not even dumb thing, say thing. My brain sometimes can't process it, and then I say stupid thing back. I make social situations awkward. I do TMI quite a lot. As chat, did you know that? Did you know that I TMI too much? You can still determine things about yourself with educated. Yeah. I mean, I can be introspective. But I don't necessarily fully like to attribute it to a official illness or whatever, because those need diagnoses. I get angry when I hear stupid things. I do too. I've been trying to talk to I don't like that. I understand, but like what do you mean? I've been trying to talk to my counselor about, like, when I hear something and somebody makes something like an illogical assessment, like assertion, whatever, my brain will loop that illogical thing right? And it's frustrating because you're like, how can somebody think that, right? But I'll just keep looping it in my head, and it just keeps looping because my brain is trying to make logical connections where there is none. And instead of stepping back from the argument, the vicious cycle, I vicious cycle a lot. That's why I have anxiety problems. Instead of like stepping back from the cycle and going, it's just illogical, leave it alone, and just label it as illogical and move on. My brain loops it for too long. And so I've been trying to figure out how to do that. Especially because I have a child. And children, like, human beings aren't a flowchart processor like my brain is. That's how my brain thinks, is in like flowcharts and shit. But when you have other human beings that are more emotional, or they just don't, they don't think the same way I do, especially children who are still developing, they do stuff and you're just like, how the fuck? And so I've been trying to deal with that. Official diagnoses are the only available to people who can afford them for the most part. They're fucking expensive. It's like $2,000 here to go to an assessment center. $2,000 to get an assessment. Yeah, I just like to preface my speech with like, because people will take diagnoses, they'll self-assert medical problems all over the place, when sometimes that can end up being bad for real medical issues, like physical chemistry, cell level